Hello. Because I only have 1,000 other things to do, I decided to take time and build a kit. Yes, an old school, old-fashioned wood kit. Yes, these things still exist. In fact, this is the Electricub version 2. This has been around for quite a while. I think it came out in the late 80s, back when electric airplanes had RC car brushed motors and 6-cell battery packs. And that was more or less it, unless you were really ahead of the game. And a lot of them kind of barely flew. And this one was actually probably one of the better flyers on that type of setup. Although, of course, more modern setups were much better. So I got a little project I've been working on with some friends, and we'll kind of let you know later on exactly what's going on. But suffice to say that I'm going to be building over the next few weeks or so, however long it takes to me to do this, a nice old-fashioned balsa kit. I really look forward to doing it because I have not built a balsa kit in quite some time. And I really do enjoy building kits. I've started the hobby building kits, and it's one of those things that I always intend to do, and just finding the time, like a lot of other people, it's easy just to grab an ARF, throw it together, and slam bam, thank you ma'am, we're done. But there's still nothing like building a kit. And if you've never built a kit, I highly encourage you to do at least one just to get the experience. Because people argue that you're not a true modeler unless you build an ARF kit. I'm not saying that I agree with that, but you are a better modeler if you do build a balsa kit. A good old-fashioned wood kit. The kind where you get a box of wood and instructions that say, make plain. There's a fair amount of wood in this kit. Most of it is die cut, but I was surprised to see some laser cut parts as well. Looks like this old kit has seen some updating since the Reagan era. Add to that a bag full of hardware and a bunch of vacuum form parts, and you've got a purpose. Alright, enough oogling of the parts, let's build this baby. There are two nice large sheets of plans, but one of the first things I notice is that the motor setups shown are still stuck in the last century. I mean, who even uses servo-activated microswitches anymore? I love the smell of laser-cut balsa wood in the morning. It smells like building time. The first step are building the vertical stabilizer. This is where a meter box and saw comes in handy for making clean cuts. With that done, it's on to the rudder assembly. A little cleanup and sanding here and there, and then we tackle the horizontal stab, which also uses laser cut parts. It was here that I noticed the laser parts didn't quite match the plans until I made some strategic trimming of the parts. Very odd, but easily fixable. After warming up on the tail, I moved on to the wing, which has nice notch leading edges for the wing spars. All the wing parts were nicely die cut in my kit. Notice the extra effort to lighten the wing ribs. Not bad if I do say so myself. And with my trusty razor saw, I opened up the slots for the wing joiner. Okay, so it was at this point I was going to show you how I finish up the wing and the finer details of building the fuselage. But I lost the SD card that the video footage was stored on. So see, I just have this amazing ability to lose things. I think it's genetic. So we just have to settle with this amazing time-lapse video of the fuselage construction. And this time-lapse video of me covering the wing, all of which was done using tower coat. I covered the bottom of the wing white and the top blue. And pretty much the same for the fuselage. Here you can see the windshield being glued on. The darker blue was sprayed on over the tower coat with Rust-Oleum spray paint. Before painting, I sanded the surface with Scotch-Brite, then cleaned it with fingernail polish remover and denatured alcohol. An airbrush was used to paint the fuselage. You can see here how I used screws and nuts as motor standoffs for the Rimfire 25, as the included wooden motor mounts was unusable. Note that I also glued in the removable centerpiece of the firewall. Then I added a few last details like the hubcaps and strut fairings, which are held on using rubber band strips. This mostly works, but I did think it was a little bit cheesy. Altogether, she looks pretty good. Just needs some, I don't know, decals. Yes, can't have a naked plane, can we? So I picked up some 1/7 scale Navy NE1 decals from Cali Graphics, which made a great finishing touch. Now, to see how she flies. 不思議な